Well, I did a walk around with my 2008 Mustang Bullitt, and I traded it in on this beautiful Camaro SS. Both of them were black. Both of them are very nice cars. This one is a 2010, and already the 2011s are here, so it's about a year old. Actually, I bought it in April, so for me it's not quite that old. But it's a really nice car, and I just wanted to tell you just a little bit about it. You can see it's got 20-inch Pirelli P0 tires, which are far better than the BF Goodrich 18-inchers that I had on the Mustang. A lot of people complain about the ability to see out the back of this car, but you know what? That's a mirror, and that's something you can use for backing any place you go. And if you're not very good at that, you ought to get that way, especially if you own a Camaro, because no question about it, when you look to the left or to the right, this big pillar here will certainly obstruct the view just a little bit. But for those who would complain about that, I wonder what a Camaro would look like if they developed it. It might look a whole lot like a Ford Mustang, and I think this is far better looking. But this is the SS. You can see it has the SS stripes. It's black with silver stripes on it, and believe it or not, I put these SS stripes on myself. It came just pure black, and of course I like the stripes, and so I said I should have stripes. So looking at what it cost through the Chevy dealership, it was over $500 for the stripe kit and $273 to install them. I bought the stripes off of eBay for a whole $67. And I watched YouTube till I was blue in the face on how to install these things. And sure, there are flaws in it, but if you're standing back 15 feet, you can't see any of them. And I think I did a pretty decent job of installing them. You can see that the Camaro has a little shark's tail on it that picks up the satellite and the radio and all of that kind of stuff. The Mustangs had a stupid looking, what many people called a frog, on the back of the trunk, and it really looked stupid there. It was a real dumb thing. I'm going to show you the interior, and unfortunately it's not as clean as it could be. I'm going to pull the key out so we don't have to listen to this ding 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 stuff. But a lot of people think that the Camaro interior is not as good looking as the Mustangs, but in my opinion, I like it a lot. I don't think that I like it any better in appearance than the Mustang, but this has a lot more features than the Mustang ever did. This one has, it's a 1SS RS, and it has the cloth seats, but that's okay with me. I did not like the leather seats in the Mustang. They looked cheap in my opinion. And you can see that the Camaro has OnStar, which the Mustang doesn't even come close to having. It's got quite a bit of functionality on this steering, or the turn signal stalk. It has a whole bunch of computer analysis items right there on the stalk, and many more functions than the Mustang did. The Mustang did not have a direction indicator and those kinds of things. Did not have auto on and off for the headlights and those kinds of things. The stereo in this car is the Boston Premium, and I have to admit that the sound is not as good as the in the Ford Mustang. The Mustang, all this stuff here on the dash was so hard you could break something if you hit it. I'm absolutely certain. And even these pieces here are soft. And I'm telling you what, on the armrests, that was really bothersome in the Mustang to have that that way. One of the things that some people say they don't like about the Camaro is that it does not have a split seat back in the back of this thing. But one thing the Mustang was missing that I can't believe that they didn't put on it is a trunk opener button in the interior of the vehicle. If you want to open the trunk on the 2008 Mustang, you've got to have the key fob to do that. Now let me open the hood here and show you what's under the hood of this thing. I did this on the Mustang and it was pretty nice. The Mustang had a 4.6 liter engine. This one has a 6.2 liter, if I can figure out how to open this thing without too much trouble. There it is. And if you notice, this one has hydraulic openers on the hood. The Mustang had a prop rod. This is happening. I'm doing this in October, and I just washed it, and all the leaves have fallen on the car, so I hate to see that. I think this has an ugly engine cover, but you can't do much about that. As you can see, I put a K&N air filter on this thing, as well as a Diablo Predator computer tuner. And let me tell you, if you've got a 2010 or 11 Mustang, do not buy the Diablo. It does not have transmission tune on it, and you cannot do any adjustments whatsoever with the Diablo tuner. So I bought an SCT X3 from Genetti Racing, and they're going to give me a custom tune that when on Monday I'm getting rid of these cast iron headers and putting a set of Kooks long tube headers and the high performance catalytic converters on this thing, so it should run a whole lot better after I get all of that stuff done. But I just wanted to show you that I think my Camaro is one good looking machine, and if you don't like it, you just don't like Camaros, that's okay. You don't have to, but I certainly do like it, and it's a beautiful car. I took it to this national drag racing, slalom racing fest in Bowling Green, Kentucky at Beach Bend Raceway. It was called the Holly LS Fest for 2010, the inaugural event. And I entered my Camaro in the bracket class, and I turned 13 ones all day long, just as easy as you can imagine. These tires, I ran the stock tires, Pirelli P0s, and believe it or not, I was under 2 seconds in the 60-foot area, and my best was a 1.94. And honestly, I was beating some cars out of the hole who were running drag radials. My reaction time was always 1.25 or below, which is really an awesome time for an old man. And so I went through 4 rounds of eliminations and had one bye, and then for the finals I ran against a Gen 4 Camaro, and I fell asleep at the lights and gave him a half-second head start. You can't do that in a drag race at that level and expect to win. But I did come in runner-up, won a $100 Holly gift certificate, a $250 check, a whole bunch of t-shirts and caps and stuff like that, and it was worth doing. So 6.2 liters, 400 horsepower by the time I finish with my headers and those kinds of things. Look out, 5.0 Mustangs, because you will not be able to beat this car unless you've got it modded. Believe it or not, the Mustang has all of those things. The Mustang has the 5.0 has tubular headers. It has a factory tune, and it has a factory cold air intake that looks just like the K&N. So I don't have anything more on my 400 horsepower Camaro than they do. And not only that, the new Mustang weighs 300 pounds less. So bring it on, Mustangs. I'm ready for you after Monday. Anyway, this is a look at my beautiful 2010 Camaro. And I think it's beautiful, and I hope you enjoyed the video.